Welcome to the weekly market view. Once again, as always, I'm joined by Bill. Good to see you, Bill.
Thanks, Angus.
And lots to talk about so far this week. And let's kick off with US unemployment. The data we've seen so far, the ADP private payroll, was better than expected. We saw that last month as well, and so the expectations for the non-farm payroll, which is tomorrow, were really enhanced and quite. But yet the figure last month came in worse. So are we going to see that again? What's your take?
My call is plus 125,000, but I am also seeing the rate going from 8.1 to 8.2. The key thing here is how many people have just given up. And I think another thing with the ADP survey about it's the household. How many now people have given up looking for jobs in companies and are starting their own at-home business?
Yeah, okay. So it still seems that they've got a long way to go. Because, of course, the unemployment rate's meant to go up from, as you say, 8.1 to 8.2. What is it really going to take? Because some of the data has been good.
Yes.
Consumer confidence, really strong. Services data this week, really good. And manufacturing, not too bad either. So the US economy is still in great shape. Or at least better shape than many. and yet the jobs just can't be created.
I think it's a feeling of businesses have to feel that whatever improvement is not the proverbial false dawn. If they can feel that, yes, China, India, the Eurozone, they can, if things have started to move. We're not looking at Usain Bolt, but we are looking at maybe a Mobot. It's going to be a marathon, and that's what they've got. Companies got to feel that we are over the true worst.
Yeah, okay. Well, that brings us on to really the first debate that we had between Romney and Obama, which was very interesting, and the pundits say that Romney won hands down in this one. Now, it's still early days, he lags in the polls, but if he gets in, that means Republican president and Republican Senate and Congress.
Yes.
So what does that mean for the markets? Is that good news?
I think that could be positive, because the last 2 years, when we've been concerned about this fiscal cliff, you had the impasse. You had a Democratic president where the Republicans said no. If we have a Republican Congress and a Republican president, maybe, just maybe, things could start to work together. And so therefore, we'll still have a problem, but we'll avoid the fiscal cliff come the 31st of December.
Okay, well that's interesting, but still very much early days, and 2 more debates to go. So let's focus back on central banks here in the Eurozone and the UK. Obviously we've had the BOE and ECB today. I don't think we really want to talk about BOE, pretty non-event today. But ECB, what did Draghi have to say? Because obviously no action, but it's still, his rhetoric is very much sort of, I've done my bit,
yes.
Now it's up to the government.
And I think we were all expecting that, for the simple fact is, the market is waiting to see if Spain will ask for a bailout, okay? And I think one of the things, the key thing is Spain probably has having to make sure that where is Finland? Where is the Netherlands? Where is Germany in reference to if we ask for this bailout? Well, they say, well, the next bailout is going to be even more stringent. And I think that's one of the things, and I think Draghi mentioned it 2 or 3 times. We are the central bank. We are not the governments.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. And the market, as I say, was waiting for, Mr. Draghi kept saying, hola amigo, and there were no amigos on the other end of the line, and I think that's what the market has been saying. But as we've seen, back up in Spanish yields, not a very good Spanish auction today, but that's what it was. And so the market, and I think the market was quite pleased. He was short and sweet to the point. There was no reason to drag anything out because we knew what the answer would be.
Okay. And so just on the final point, really, when do you think, I mean, it's more a when now, isn't it, than if. When do you think Spain will request the formal bailout?
I think it's got to be fairly quickly. And also, I still feel that we've got one more rate cut from the ECB.
Before a Spanish bailout? Or?
No, I mean, I think it's a question, and I think what helps both the ECB and the Bank of England, okay, their next meetings will be after the US presidential election. Yeah. So they will know what the political situation, forget the economic situation, they will know exactly what the political situation is in the States. So that may help their fiscal and their banking concept.
Yeah.
But as I say, I'm expecting another 50 billion for the Bank of England, and I'm expecting another 25 basis point for the ECB. But the question you just asked, the million peseta question is, when will Spain ask for the million?
Yeah. Are you willing to put a time?
No, I'm not.
No?
I will say they will ask for it when they feel confident that Finland, the Netherlands, and Germany will not come back and say, okay, you didn't see paragraph 2 on the second page about what the second bailout and what it's going to really cost you then. I think when they feel confident in that, they will come and ask for the bailout.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks a lot, Bill. That's it as ever for this week.